Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be comparing the Samsung Galaxy A23 against the Samsung Galaxy A02s. Stay locked in with me. Hey yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. If you're brand new to the crew, I truly appreciate you for coming through. But today we're going to be comparing these two devices, which are from Samsung, which is the budget devices that you could pick up for about under $200 each. So we're going to be comparing both of these, and with the price, you could obviously get the A02s for about I would say 20 if you looked hard enough. You could get it for like really cheap, but if you looked hard enough for the A23, you could get it for about, I don't know, like 160, 170 bucks, okay? But we're gonna be comparing these guys when it comes to the build quality, the battery life, the display, the performance, as well as the sound quality and stuff like that. But make sure you stay locked into the end of the video so you can check out everything about these devices. But if you're brand new to the crew, I truly appreciate you for coming through, right? But if you're already a part of the crew, salute. So I just want to remind you to hit the like button so we could beat the YouTube algorithm. But let's just jump into the comparison of these things, and we're going to take a look at the left side of both of these devices. And the A02s is going to be a little bit heavier. It has a little bit more weight at 196 grams of weight, and the A23 is about 195 grams of weight. So it's a little bit like 1 gram lighter, but it looks like they're both about the same amount of you know what I'm talking about, like width. When it comes to like this part, when you're looking at it, it's almost the same exact size. You do get the SD card slots right here for expansion of the storage. So I haven't tried to put them in there yet, but you can basically move apps. You just can't move the file or whatever with these guys. And then when you take a look at the bottom, you're gonna get the speaker Type-C port, microphone, and headphone jack on both of these things. At the top, you get to get the microphones as well on that side, on the top side, and then on the right side, you do get the volume rockers with the power button. But the only thing is that the Samsung Galaxy A23 has a fingerprint sensor where the power button is, and the A02s, actually, they don't have a fingerprint sensor on this device. So that's pretty much the difference when it comes to the build quality. Now let's talk about the displays. So when you turn both of these guys on, okay, let me just wipe this one down, but you're gonna get pretty much a similar display on both of these things, because they're definitely gonna be pretty solid when it comes to the overall displays for the price. Now, one of the things you're gonna notice is that the A02s is gonna have a 720 panel, which is a TFT LCD IPS display, and the Samsung Galaxy A23 is going to have a 1080 panel with a TFT LCD IPS display. But you're going to get more pixels per inch when it comes to the Samsung Galaxy A23, because it's going to have 400 ppi, which is actually like really solid. And you're going to have to rely on the facial ID with the A02s, whereas you can get the side-mounted fingerprint sensor right here on the A23. So I'm just going to put my pin in here for the A02s, okay? And they both have a lot of cool features, but look, we're just going to talk about the displays. So like I said before, we got 400 pixels per inch, which is really bright on the A23. And on the A02s, we actually have 270 pixels per inch, okay? But let's just take a look at some of the features here. We got Smart View on both of these things, hotspot as well. We also do have Quick Share, Dolby Atmos as well. But you're gonna notice that the A23 has NFC as well with the secure folder. We don't have that on the A02s, and it has enhanced processing, which is going to make the apps run quicker. So I just really like the fact that the A0223 did get the enhanced processing, which actually makes the apps go faster. and stuff like that. So I just wanted to throw that out there because it has going to have a few more features like NFC, enhanced processing, some other stuff right here like live caption and ultra battery. Well, they both have the ultra battery savers modes, right? But you could just see the different features right here when it comes to them. And obviously the A23 is going to have a better display with a few more features, right? But let's just jump into the overall pixel quality on the displays as well. Now, what I like about both of these things is they both do have RAM Plus. Let's close all the apps, 1, 2, 3. And if you go inside of the both of these devices, I'm just going to go into the settings so you can see the RAM Plus, okay? But first, let's take a look at the software. And both of these guys are rocking Android 12 One UI 4.1, okay? So you get the core version on the A02s, but you get the One UI just regular version with the Samsung A23. Now let's just go into device care real quick and go into memory, and you're going to see that both of these things have the RAM Plus feature, which gives you extra RAM and whatnot. So it's really cool because it's going to make the phones run a lot quicker and everything. Now when it comes to the advanced features, we do both have one-handed mode on both of these things. We also do have the side key on both, as well as gestures and motions and stuff like that. The other thing that's really cool is that both of these devices do have labs, which allows you to basically do multi-app screen window with you know what I'm saying, with full screen and stuff like that, and you could use any app with the multi window and stuff like that. Now the A02s is on the top and the A23 is on the bottom, so you can see right here kind of the picture quality, and you could kind of see that they both look extremely beautiful when it comes to the overall displays and stuff like that. But that 400 pixels per inch might stand out on the A23 if you're looking at it, because it's going to be a little bit more saturated, a little bit more brighter. Viewing angles are going to be a lot smoother. It's also going to have deeper colors and stuff like that. So if that's something that really interests you, then the A23 might be a little bit better, because it's going to have deeper colors with a larger color palette or whatever. So I just wanted to throw that out there, that you might be interested in the A23 if you're like into displays a little bit more, right? So let's just do some app opening real quick. So let's do let me see, let's do I don't have as many apps on my side edge panel as I do with the A12, but let's do Facebook on here, 1, 2, 3. And that was the A23, although you can see the scrolling speeds, and you're going to notice that it's going to be smoother scrolling speeds on the A23 because it's got a 90 hertz display. And as far as like the overall display on both of these things, they both look really good, but you're going to notice that that 90 hertz display is going to be pretty solid, because when you're actually looking through social media, it's going to be a smoother scrolling experience on the A23. So I just wanted to mention that, because it's going to have that 90 hertz versus the 60 hertz panel that you're getting on the A02s. So deeper colors, but a little bit better scrolling experience on the A23. So I just wanted to mention that. But it's still pretty decent when it comes to the scrolling speeds of the A02s. Now I do want to jump into the gaming performance test as well as an audio test as well, so make sure you stay locked in. But if you type "I'm still here" if you're still kicking it with me in the comment section down below, and I just want to remind you to hit the like button so we could beat the YouTube algorithm, okay? Alright, so when it comes to the A02s, it's surprisingly good, because you're gonna get pretty good graphics on here with the smooth and high frame rate. So that's something that's pretty cool, because when you're gaming on this thing, it's going to be really good performance. You're also getting the Snapdragon 450 with this model. It's going to be the 4 gigabytes of RAM, right? And then on, you know what I'm saying, you get the 64 gigabytes of internal storage packed along with it. So I think that's something that's pretty clean with this thing, okay? So it's going to be running really good when it comes to the overall speeds on here. And like I said, Pretty fast performance when it comes to this thing. I'm kind of rusty with this game or whatever, but pretty solid speeds when it comes to the overall performance.
Nice shot.
So you can draw first blood. You know, you can game pretty well on this thing for the most part. So I really like the fact that this thing is pretty decent for the gaming and everything like that. Now, when it comes to the Samsung Galaxy A23, guys, we're getting some good performance on here as well. High and smooth graphics, Snapdragon 680 with the 6nm processor chip clocked in at 2.4 gigahertz. And the A02s is actually clocked in at 1.8 gigahertz. So this one is going to be a little bit quicker. It also has a 6nm processing chip versus the 14nm processing chip with the Snapdragon 450. So a lot better when it comes to the overall processing and stuff like that. That's one of the things you're going to notice, is that it's a little bit more quicker, a little bit more smoother or whatever. So I just wanted to mention that because you will be able to game a little bit better on here when it comes to the overall speeds and stuff like that. So definitely really smooth when it comes to the overall gameplay of here. You're going to definitely be able to draw first blood on this thing. So this is the sound quality of the A02s. And now let me show you the sound quality of the A23. A02s. A23. So they sound really comparable, almost identical when it comes to the sound quality, so I don't really have a major preference, although the A23 does appear to be a little bit more cleaner when it comes to the audio sound quality. So basically, just to wrap up this video, if you do like a more contrasted panel with better viewing angles, then the A23 is a little bit better, also with the 90 Hertz display, and it does have NFC as well, which the A02s doesn't have. But besides that, they have like really similar features which make them both pretty solid when it comes to the overall processing speeds on these things. They're both going to be extremely clean when it comes to that. So if you didn't mind the A02s, it's going to have the same exact software, except it's the core version versus the A23 being like the regular version, right? So you're going to get a little bit more power, but they both have Smart View, which is something that's pretty cool as well. So you get the edge panel, obviously you get that on here too, stuff like that. But they're both going to be really solid when it comes to the overall build quality, performance. Let's do the Bible, 1, 2, 3. And there's not too much of a big difference. That was the A23. And they're both going to be really solid when it comes to the performance and stuff like that. So I just really like both of these devices. Let's do the Play Store on both of these things. 1, 2, 3. I was almost the same time, but slightly quicker on the A23. But like I said, very few differences when it comes to the overall experience that you're getting. You're just getting that NFC with the 90 Hertz refresh rate on the Samsung Galaxy A23, which is going to be a little bit better. But overall, we're packing pretty much the same performance when it comes to the overall phones and stuff like that. So I just wanted to throw that out there, that they're both pretty equal when it comes to the overall performance of these things. So I just want to mention that. But if you make sure you hit the like button, I just want to remind you to hit the like button. And I truly appreciate you for coming through. Just type down in the comment section, I'm still here, if you made it to the end of the video. and I'm gonna get right back with you. But in the meantime, have a great morning, afternoon, evening, and depending on where you are, have a great night. Later, crew. Peace. Oh, one more thing. The battery on these guys is pretty much equal, except that with the 720 panel, it's going to give you a little bit more battery because it's not going to be pushing as many pixels out. So I just wanted to mention that. But I'm going to check you guys later. Make sure you watch one of the videos on the left or the right hand side right after this, and I'll check you guys later. Peace.